everyone. Welcome to my live stream. It is Wednesday, for real this time, because last time I thought it was Wednesday, yesterday. And so it's time for a lucky dip. And if you're hearing some extra noises at the beginning of this stream today, it's because Aoife scratched on my door and then she's walking across the floor and now she's laying in her bed. Aoife is my big dog, so that's what that was. I am all ready to go since I did think that it was Lucky Dip yesterday, so I'm like, oh, everything ready, and I was just sitting here for a little while waiting for it to turn to 15:30. So let's get started. My Lucky Dips are, so the whole concept is I have a list, a spreadsheet of all of my random art supplies that I don't use for my, like my main work. And then I use random.org to generate 4 numbers, which I take off that spreadsheet. I have 4 items or groups of items depending on how they came to me. And then I use my pose reference books. I'm working through this book right now. And draw something using all of the items. So make one drawing with all the items. Practice drawing from my reference books. So the items I got today. Number 1, oh, I didn't get it out. Hold on. I didn't get the very first item out. So you can see my storage system. I have 3 of these. This one is for pencils. So I didn't get the most important item out. It's because I had a hard time finding the colored pencils. I hadn't used them in so long I didn't know what they looked like. This I knew what it looked like, so I could find it right away. The General's drafting pencil. I'm not sure what hardness it is on the most common hardness boldness scale, but it says number G314. So I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Whether that's just like G stands for General and 134 is that it's their 134th art tool that they've ever made or something, but I've used it several times before. It's just like a nice drafting pencil for sketching or whatever you like. Just can't go wrong with a decent pencil. The second item I got was actually a set. So it's 5 individual mild liner markers from the Zebra brand. And I love this color set. Look at it, how pretty it is. It's so nice in spring. I've gotten this before for a Lucky Dip. So the colors are soda. Some of them have the word mild in front of it, some of them don't, and it's so repetitive. I'm just going to say the color and not the mild or whatever. So this one's soda blue, sherbet yellow, baby pink, lilac, and honey orange. So we've got this beautiful rainbow of markers. They're double-ended. There's actually a couple varieties of these mild liners, but these are the one that come with a chisel tip and a bullet tip. There's one that has a bullet tip and a brush. I like that more for art, but these are the ones that I picked since it's all random. So, then the Copic lavender mild multi-liner. It sounds the same. Mild liner, multi-liner. This one's a multi-liner. So Copic brand multi-liner in the 0.3 millimeter size. So it's quite small. Very, very small. Needs a light hand to preserve the tip. If you use it really roughly, you can damage the tip and it won't draw very well anymore. So this will be fun because it kind of goes with this. A dark purple outline with a mild purple fill, maybe. Okay, and then the last item I got, another sort of set, a pair of items. They came together. It's this, I'm trying to get them so they're matching. Caran d'Ache colored pencils. This one, okay, so I feel like I've gotten these before and tried to look up how to say them, but I'm terrible. I only have a tiny bit of French, so bleu de Nîmes, maybe, and vert du gris moyen. I don't know. It's a dark blue and like a mint or pastel blue. So again, like the pastel goes nice with this pastel markers. So 2 of these. And I gotta say, the outside whatever the finish is on these is very nice. It's very comfortable. It's smooth, but not like it's not sticky, but it still has a slight shine to it. So they're really satisfying from a design standpoint to use as an artist. All right, so those are the items I got. First thing I like to do, so I picked this sketchbook because it just has a white paper. Since there's so many colors, we'll just let the colors see what they do on a plain piece of paper. So here's some of my previous ones. I haven't used this sketchbook in a while. For a long time, I kept getting water materials. So many water materials. So it's actually kind of a relief to have all dry media this time. So I'm like, I don't need any water. I don't have to mess with water or waiting for dry time. Oh, Wolf, hello! Oh, thank you for stopping by. Oh, yeah, salutations. Thank you, thank you. Yay, so great to see you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. It really means a lot that you didn't have to do that. Thank you for stopping by, and I'm so happy to have your salutations and see the little ranger on the screen. And you get to try the chat box, the chat box overlay. Okay, I won't keep you. Hope you have a great day, whatever you're doing. I hope it goes well. Okay. So I'm going to use this side of the page. So actually, I'll scoot it over because I do have my new chat box. Today is only the second day using it. So I'll scoot this over just a little bit because I like to test on the opposite side what I'm going to draw on. Oh, actually, I wonder if I turn it like this might be better for my but it's dry media, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. You're welcome. Bye. Though I'm not sending you away if you want to hang out as long as you can. Whatever you want to do. So first, the drafting pencil. This pencil, I like it more for filling in. It's so smooth, and it's a fairly big core. It's like a normal size pencil, but the core is bigger than a lot of other. And you can look how it just so quickly and smoothly fills in, and it's just it's so nice. It really is nice. Just like some quick sketches where you want to use tone. Of course, I can do line just like any other pencil. Okay, I'll put generals. So I think I would, this will look really nice too, I think, on top of these mild liners as shading. Okay, so let's swatch we'll just do it in order. Let's swatch the mild liners. And then I can put the pencil on top and see what it's like. Oh, I can put the colored pencils and stuff on top too. So these are, let's see, are they water or alcohol based? I think this says it's water based. These must have come from Mido in a box because it's the Japanese version. Zebra is a Japanese brand. So I think what these kanji mean, there's definitely the kanji for water. I'm pretty sure it means that it's water-based. Okay. I'm just thinking about what does that mean if I use it with these, but I think that all of these materials are all going to work really nicely together. So let's try them. First, the chisel tip. And that chisel tip is nice because you can flip it over and use the tip of the chisel to also get a smaller line without changing the end. And then look at that. The bullet tip is like in the middle between the fat chisel, the tip of the chisel, and then of course you can like do a block. And I'm going to do a block, and then we'll try these other pencils on top. One down, let's do them all. I'm going to have a rainbow of beautiful pastel colors. Yeah, these are so nice. These are so nice. I could also try them on each other too and see what the combo looks like. Yeah, so it's almost like getting 3 tips in one marker. So I think it would be really nice for sketching. Like plein air sketching something. So you don't have to carry around as many tools, but you can get a wide variety of lines. Ooh, this yellow is so bright. Yellows are always so bright and hard to see on white paper. Okay, hold on. I think this is hitting my little storage rack that's behind here, or it's hitting something and bouncing about. Oh, there we go. I think I fixed it. Oh, that's better. So as I was doing this, the table was shaking, and then it was like hitting something. I think it was hitting my big cutting. I have one of those big cutting boards from school where like where you can cut paper. I think it was hitting that. Maybe it wasn't getting caught on the microphone, but it was bugging me, so it was distracting me. So that's why I wanted to find it. Stop it. Okay, nice. So I'll test this next so that these can get a chance to fully dry, because if they are water-based, it means they'll take a little longer to dry than an alcohol-based marker would. Yeah, it's so nice. This pen, the tip is so small, it feels like it wouldn't make a very impactful line, but the color of the ink is actually not vibrant, but like robust, so that you can definitely tell it's purple rather than black or something, but it still has sort of the visual impact of a black ink as well, so that's nice. All right, Copic here. Copic. Okay, what else? We have not tested these on their own. So here's the green. I was afraid it wouldn't show up very well on the white paper, but it's not too bad. Especially once I start building it up to a darker color. How about this blue? Woo! It's almost the same color as the Copic pen. These go down quite smooth too. You can feel a little bit more resistance compared to the graphite, but I think that's just because of the waxy nature of colored pencils. But these feel like quality colored pencils. There's lots of pigment. To me, low quality colored pencils don't have very much pigment in them, so there's more medium, the medium being wax. So you have to really work, and it's really hard to fill in and get the color to come down and be as, I guess, thick or whatever as you want. But a nice colored pencil, you don't have to work too hard in this. This is what these ones are giving me, that feeling. But I already have a complete, like, I don't know how many colored pencils, like 140 or something Prismacolor pencil set. So I'm not getting any other colored pencils for a long time. But if I was just starting out and I didn't have a set, so this is the Carandash. Carandash. Now let's try the pencils on top of the marker. I guess we could try this too. I'm sure this is going to be fine. But we'll see what it looks like on each color. Not too much difference, but it definitely has more impact on the yellow and orange, and then here it looks nice and soft. And here too has that kind of effect too. Wow, the graphite It's odd. It's like you can't really see it on the blue. That's interesting. But it really shows up on the yellow. Let's see if I do a strip that's darker too. Yeah, so interesting. The blue, it's almost like there's nothing there. The green colored pencil. Oh, it does that even more. It's even more incognito. The yellow, it makes sense. As I said, the yellow is hard to see on the white paper, and that's because it's not too much different, too much of a contrast to the white paper. So it makes sense that that everything is showing up best on the yellow as well. And when I really work it, I can get it to show up. There's the green. Let's try the blue. Of course, this one's going to be fine. It's so dark. I think it's even darker than the ink. So it's going to show up on everything without having to put any effort into like making it darker. But let's see how dark it'll go. Oh yeah. It looks really nice too, especially over here. These three. Okay. Is that everything? Well, let's try a little bit on top of each other. Purple, 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 pink, pink, pink. Oh, I did the pink on itself. Oh, whatever. Put a purple stripe on the purple. Okay, pink, I did. Okay, blue. Ooh, it's nice on the yellow, makes a green color. Since there's no green in this pack, that's good to know. Orange. And yellow. Yellow hardly shows up on the blue at all. Hardly shows up on itself. Also, struggle on the, yeah. Makes sense. The place where I'm seeing it show up the most is on the purple. It makes sense because they're complementary colors. Well, here's our test sheet. All our swatches, the different materials we're going to use today. So yeah, that green hardly shows up at all on the markers, so I want to keep that in mind. I might, because it feels like it'll be a waste of time, because we're already 20 minutes into this 60-minute live stream. So I think trying to put the green on top of the markers would be kind of a waste of time. So, and that's why I like to swatch, so I can know that kind of thing. Okay. Now, hold on just a second. I realized that I left this cap off of this pen that I have, and I'm going to keep forgetting about it, and I only see it when I live stream because it's under my, I have like a riser right here where my camera sits on and other things. And it's bothering me because there's this little tiny cap. It's been sitting there. I forgot to put it away. I saw it yesterday too, and I was like, oh no, and then it sat there, and so it's been another whole day. Okay. There. Okay. Now, let us open up to the next pose. Okay, so we did this one last week, so we're going to do this one. And One of my regular viewers, Exy, gave me the great idea a while ago. For the opposite page ones, I'll do them upside down. And then that way everybody on the stream can still see what I'm working from. And then it's a different kind of, an extra challenging level of practice for me. So, let me just carefully clip this open. And put mark in there. There. And I've got such fine detailed tools. I had been doing a bunch of close-ups recently, but I think I'll just do this whole pose. Of course, I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is start with the pencil. Oh, should I start with the pencil for sketching though? Because that'll be a whole... No, I'm not gonna. I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my mind. I am going to sketch. Haha, I'm going to sketch with the ink pen. Because it'll save me a step, because I like to ink the sketch and create lines. So I'll just create the lines now. They'll be more sketchy than they would be otherwise, but something I always try to keep in mind with these live streams is that I don't want to stream longer than what I've scheduled. So anything that will achieve my goal of using all the tools, I'm practicing my drawing while staying within my time limit. And plus it's good it's just nice practice for my time management skills in general. To be able to make decisions like, oh, okay, in order to do what I want to do, I should do it this way. So that's what I did just then, is thinking about. I'd probably want to ink the lines in anyway, so let's just skip a step. It's interesting the way these like undies, I guess, curve around the back. So there's this downward curve here, but then as it's curving around the side, it's an upward curve. And then the foot just comes around right here. And it's higher up. So this foot is here, but this one is, so if we go across, it's more like up at the ankle. Oh, if you're hearing some noise, it's Sifa again. She's feeling really impatient today for some reason. She wanted in, and then she wanted out, and then she wanted in again, and now she's getting up like she wants out again. She's gonna have to deal with it for an hour. Hanging out with me for an hour in my studio. Okay. So here's the hand. I'm going to draw the hand next instead of drawing the abs there. Draw the hand first, and then I'll just make the abs connect from the hips to the hands. Regardless of how accurate my sketch ends up being, I really enjoy, and I think it's useful for me as an artist to pay attention. I gotta be careful. Aoife has laid right behind my chair, and she's like pawing at the closet door behind me. Wonder what her deal is. Why is she so impatient today? anyway, what I was saying was, regardless of the final outcome of the drawing, whether it's accurate anatomically or whatever, it's useful to just practice drawing these human shapes, and then that way they come to mind whenever I'm drawing something from imagination later. That's why when I heard the, I think it was a tongue-in-cheek suggestion at first, but I was like, oh no, that's actually a great idea to draw these upside down. I had to do that in some of my classes in university, and it's because it really helps you just see shapes instead of seeing a leg or seeing a hand, and because you have some preconceived notion about what it should look like, and that's not necessarily actually how it does look. So something like drawing it in a mirror, like having your subject or your reference in a mirror, or like if you have a photo, you can reverse it, like on your whatever equipment you're viewing it on, your phone or something, you could flip it this way. And so it just like tricks your brain a little bit into practicing drawing the shapes as they are instead of a preconceived notion. So I thought I was going to draw the whole scene, but I've definitely not drawn it so that everything is going to fit. So, accepting that now. So let's see. The head. Head comes out, the back of the hair comes out here. Trying to get this nose shape. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard upside down. Alright, sweet. Let's finish off the hair. Okay, nice. So let's add the other person. And it's nice, you can see this foot, and I'm just going to start with this foot because it's nice. It's like perfectly in between these 2 feet and on the same level as this foot. Aoife is scratching at the door still. I guess I'll go let her out. I don't know what her deal is. Why you want to leave today? You usually love being in here. Chappie left too. My small dog, Chappie. She also left. She wasn't complaining like Aoife, but she was like, what? Chance to go out? Yeah. I'm out of here, man. That's what she said. Foot, bring it up to the knee. And I love the subtle shapes on the legs, the human form. Just the gentle curves, and sometimes there's a surprisingly sharp angle, or I don't know, stuff that we don't see ourselves, or at least I don't. Like, I'm like, oh wow, look at that. Look at how that muscle works. You don't necessarily see yourself that way, just because you don't see yourself from that angle on an everyday basis. So okay, so I'm going to do kind of the same thing as I did with this part of this person, is draw the other foot and then connect the leg to where I've got here. And it's about on the same level too, and about the same distance away from this foot as this foot is. But it's a completely different angle. And this is actually one of the most difficult angles I find to draw feet from. So I guess that's something I should keep in mind. Something that I could focus on practicing so that they don't seem so difficult. Okay, the knee is about the same height. Hold on, Eva's back. Did you give up? Come in. Good girl. Chappie's not back yet, but I'll listen for her little claws on the floor, and then if I hear them tip-tapping, then I'll know that she's ready to come back in. I need like a doggy door on my studio door. They could just come and go as they please. Because they know that it's dinner time after I'm done streaming, so even when they're fine with just chilling in here with me, as soon as I'm done streaming, they're like, let us out, it's dinner time for sure. We know it. We know it's dinner time. It is very hard to see the difference between the background here and these white underpants, so I think I got it. Or at least it's good enough. Ah, I hear the little tip tap of the chip chap. Come on, Chappie. Come in. Oh, Exie, hello! Hello, hello, hello! Great to see you! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! Well, we've been doing this for so long. I've already been mentioning it on the stream, but it's thanks to your suggestion that I could do this. I wouldn't have thought of it, because in school it was an annoying but necessary practice. But then you suggested it however many streams ago, and I was like, wait, that's an excellent idea. So, thank you, thank you. I can definitely tell that it's making a difference. Just once a week. I'm only doing this once a week. And it's this one that makes a difference. So this is a cool angle. I don't know if I've ever drawn an arm from this angle, where the elbow is coming straight back at us. Oh, I didn't ask. Exie, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I mean, we were just chatting yesterday, so hopefully nothing has changed and you're just sailing along. Having a great work week, or at least for me it's the work week. Oh, let's see. Okay, I gotta finish up this sketch part because there's plenty of other tools to use. Oh, good. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always happy to hear that. How are you? I am good. I'm having a great week. And I've been so excited to stream now that I put the chat box on there because it's refreshing, and it was fun to make the chat box work for me because I was afraid. I was like, oh man, all these chat box things look so hard. Like I'm gonna have to learn how to do this thing, and then I was like, wait, no, we just do this, and it's easy. Yay, there it is. So I'm in a great mood. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Whee! The sword is very long. It goes past his head, so I'm continuing to draw it. It keeps going and going. Let's see. It ends about where this line in the arm and the bend of the arm, and then that little bit of a curve on the end, on the tip. Yeah, I think I mean, for sure, that happens with anyone. If you do creative stuff for long enough, it's just gonna happen. So it sucks that that's happening, but what I've found is actually just for me. So like when I get a block and I just stop making stuff, then it just makes it worse. So what I've found is like I just started doing it anyway, like making stuff anyway, and even if I'm not happy with it, just the fact that I'm making it is like destroying the block, and eventually just by like each creation, even if you're not happy with it, is a step forward past that block. So hopefully you can get through it pretty quickly because it is so frustrating. Yeah, I love it. It's true. Only way out is through. Yes. So do you mean for your, like in particular, do you mean for your Instagram images? Where you're doing like an image a day for, man, I can't remember. Was it like 800 days or something? I know you've told me so many times and I can't remember. But I could see how that is definitely a big challenge. So I could see how that you could get to a block because you use up all your current ideas, and then you got to generate new ideas. Okay, so I think I'm done with this pen. I did the sketch with the pen. So let's use some markers. So how do I want to do it though? There are so many things I could do. I can layer the markers. I can... Oh, that would be fun. Okay, I'm going to do just like a fun thing. Totally fun. Not going to be doing like any technical stuff. I'm going to make a rainbow from the bottom to the top on their bodies. Like their bodies are rainbows. This is going to be fun. Oh. The one you just put, or you're about to put it? Ah, yeah. But it's so true. So true. It's a good line. I feel like I've heard it somewhere, like it's a quote from something or something. Well, now it's definitely a quote from your game. Is that the game where you're playing like a salvager? Like the space salvage person? This is just as fun as I thought it would be. Oh, what next? Orange. So I guess I'll do the pink next. Oh, this is really fun. I feel like I'm making rainbow zebras. There's only a couple colors left. So I'll make the pink go up past these shorts that they're wearing so that it will connect to the next color, like physically on the page. Let's do purple next. Oh yeah, the purple and the pink look really nice together. Oh, this is also, oh, I went really far right there. Realize this is also great because then I can do some technical style shading using the graphite pencil. This is very fun. Okay. Yeah, let's mix it to different color. I was gonna go back down to pink for this arm, but let's just go from blue to orange on the arm and then down to yellow. Okay. Oh. I see. Got it. So many people are playing the Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I just see my friends' like status on Discord and stuff. Are you enjoying it? I mean, you must be because you're playing it. So the only way out is through is from the Baldur's Gate. Now, how's your... I know I keep asking you questions, but you gave me lots of stuff to think about. So, like, is there anything in particular what you're stuck on the world building project? So I don't know, maybe explaining it to someone else would help you think of some new ideas or something. Maybe not. This is so fun to make these guys rainbows. This is super fun. I love this. I love this. Okay. So I'm going to add some shading with the graphite pencil. We only have 15 minutes left, so I'm just going to try to do like the most dark, obvious shadows first, because I still need to use those two colored pencils as well. So I'm not going to get super tight on this shading. Just the most obvious, really dark shadow, like right under this foot right here. Oh, this toe is in shadow. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love getting When I get a bunch of colors, it's always the most fun, I think. 250 hours. Wow. Well, it's got to be fun then. That's like a guarantee of its quality. I think that probably most of the people I'm seeing on my Discord, and it's like they're playing the same game. They probably have racking up the same hours too, because I just see it all the time. Like whenever I notice what they're up to. Ooh, I had a great idea. I'm gonna stop for a second. For all this stuff that's like truly black, like their hair and the sword. Well, you can't see this guy's head, but I'm gonna make it blue. Because this is the darkest color I have today. Then it looks really cool because it looks really dark compared to the other ones, but it's still part of the rainbow. Yep, and then the sword. Not the whole sword, just the grip and the what do we, the tsuba, we found out. It's called tsuba. And then this one. Oh, love their rainbow colors. Adding the shadow on the chin will help reinforce this he's really looking up, and you can see underneath his chin. Okay, where else? This foot. There's a little on his knee. Along this person's spine, especially here where the shoulder blades are turning back because this shoulder is coming back, and so it's pinching this area in between, right in the middle. And this one's interesting because there's a dark shadow in the middle, and there's lighting on either side. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Make a world map. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you were talking about that. I remember. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta do it, but I didn't. Yeah, maybe there's some way you could make it more fun because it. Do you like math? Or is math more of like a kind of thing for you? Because maybe that's why it's hard, because that sounds like a lot of math to me. Math and calculations. I enjoy knowing how to do basic math, but I did have one teacher in high school that made, I think I was in the advanced calculus class, and it was the first time that I ever felt like I could do it. Like I felt confident, and then that made me enjoy it. But for the most part, my math class experience was not very positive, so I won't say I hate math because it's an extremely useful skill, but then really enjoy it too much because most of my classes were not enjoyable. So I'm just saying that if that's the reason why, I could totally see it. I could totally see how that could be stopping you from doing a project you otherwise want to do. Oh, I didn't do anything on these 3 legs here. They're just waiting. This one is quite dark. So I'm just going to go boop. It's just this little edge of lighting here. Okay, we got 10 minutes left, and keep an eye on that. There's only one more item to use, which is this green pencil. So I don't need to rush, but I want to keep an eye. Keep an eye on the clock. Ooh, and I shall bring this shading into these shorts, and then that way it makes them seem like the part of the people instead of just this separate thing. Like floating separately, like it doesn't belong there or something. Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that's so nice that we have that these days. I have my husband help me with formulas, but I keep spreadsheets for like my budgets and stuff. I keep track of funds and spending and all that stuff, and it's so nice because I grew up like in high school. We learned how to keep a paper budget, like in a notebook with pen and paper, and you had to do all these calculations. Like, yeah, you'd have a calculator, like, you know, one of those little, like, that's all it did, calculator. There was no smartphone back then. There wasn't even really very much, like, the internet, of course, was there, but not like today. In high school, I don't even know. Now, Google had to have existed, but I think that it had only just barely started getting off the ground back then. So yeah, there's definitely no smart speaker. I ask the smart speaker stuff all the time now, especially math questions. Oh, and this leg. This leg needs a little attention now. Man, this pose is so great. I have gotten to practice such a wide variety of... So especially on this person, this elbow and this foot are a challenge. Not a typical angle for me to draw. Okay. Right? It's so nice. It's so nice. I always think about that. Like, there's so many cool stuff. Like a big thing I remember when I was a kid and we went on a road trip, like a vacation, and my parents would always be fighting. I mean, they fought about other stuff too, but like navigation was you had like a giant map and you drive across, you know, so many states in the United States. There was no GPS for the everyday person, and so like there would always be this fighting about which way to go and like, are we lost or whatever, how long is it gonna take, we don't know, we've been driving forever. And of course, like being a little kid and you're like totally bored in the car. It's so much better now. That's one of the first things that made me think like, it's so great these days and I don't have to do that. I can drive all the way across the United States, like, alone, as long as I have my smartphone and, like, a power source, you know? This is working really nicely. I'm glad I thought of to use this as put the shading on the ground, the shadows they're casting on the ground. This is a great color for that. And the smoothness of this colored pencil is really nice for making that gentle transition. Oh man, I did that when I first moved out on my own. printing out the Google Maps thing. Or like, there was a different one before Google Maps got really good. Oh, what was it called? And when I first moved out on my own and I moved to a completely different city, when I knew a few people, but they didn't actually live in that city. They lived in a nearby one, and so I didn't really have anybody to help me, like, find my way to work or whatever. So, I got lost the first time, and I was like, oh, nope. And again, this was before smartphones were so easy to find and acquire, and so I bought an actual, like, a GPS unit, a TomTom GPS unit, just to keep in my car. You had to plug it into your computer to download the maps from the internet and stuff. And even since then, even since I moved to this city, because it was here that I moved to, it's improved like crazy. It's crazy. It's awesome. All right, time. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I guess I'll use this on this swords too. Get some of this, because this person's head is being reflected on the sword here, so it's darker here. But even among that sort of shadowy reflection, there's a streak of light where it's being reflected because it's a metallic surface. And this one, same kind of thing is happening. Even on this, it's turned to the thinnest side here, but you can still see this little dark bit of reflection here. So leave that there. Okay, we're almost, considering how much time we have left, there's not too much to do. That wouldn't take too long, so I think I'll just refine a little bit of these shadows, because I used everything, right? I used all these markers. I used both of these pencils, because these are on the hair and on the shadow, and I used this for the initial sketch. So yeah, just spent these last few minutes having fun with a little bit of details. Oh, thank you! Yay! Thank you, thank you! I assume you mean this picture. Maybe I already forgot what I was talking about and you're talking about something totally different. If so, it's kind of awkward. And a little bit more shading on the face. Especially since this side of the face is well lit, and then this side is more in shadow. Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit more shadow coming down on this foot than what I initially put. Oh, and I didn't do too much on the bottom half of this leg. It's surprising it doesn't get as dark as I imagine when it's on the marker versus just on the white paper. So I'm like adding more shading and I'm like, it doesn't seem that much different. Oh, but we're at time. So let me just finish off these shadow right here. Alright, that's good enough. Okay. I'll hold it up for some close-up and then also to look at it right side up and see what it looks like. So we use the Copic pen in purple for, well, lavender for the lines, and then used all of those mild liners to create our rainbow bodies. And then the colored pencils were used in the dark parts and on the shadows on the bottom. And then, of course, the drafting pencil creating shadows on the body. So let's see. Oh, not bad. I'm getting better and better. I'm getting better and better. Not bad. Definitely better compared to the very first one that I tried, the upside down. And the rainbow effect still looks cool. Ah, and I like that it does feel like there's weight here thanks to these shadows, like they're not floating. Wow. Oh, I love looking at this rainbow. It's so nice. Oh, thank you. Looking even better. Normal side down. Thank you, thank you. Yay. Oh, perfect. Oh, it's so weird because my bookmark is down because this is upside down compared to how I drew it. I was like, why is there this string? It's my bookmark. Okay, we are a minute over time, so we call it good there for today. I'll be back on Friday for Chibi Friday, which is going to be drawing the final sketch for our next the Got to Go custom emoji / emote. So hopefully see you then. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes. Awesome. I'll be looking forward to it then. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. Have a great Thursday. Thank you for watching.